crois d'abord qu'il faut dire que...
Furthermost, I think it's important to say that Ostensions are a wonderful, typically Limousin tradition.
C'est quelque chose qui se passe tous les 7 ans.
They take place every 7 years and date back to the Middle Ages, since the first Ostension happened in the year 994.
Il y avait à Limoges à ce
There was a
moment-là.
very serious epidemic going on in Limoges at the time, and someone thought to bring the relics of Saint Martial out. When they started worshipping Saint Martial, the epidemic ceased, and it was truly an amazing event.
L'épidémie s'est arrêtée et ça a été un événement extraordinaire. Et depuis, petit à
Ever since this event, the habit of displaying church relics developed, and by the 18th and 19th centuries, a great number of towns celebrated Ostensions every 7 years.
18e, 19e, avec un nombre énorme de lieux où se passent des ostensions tous les 7 ans.
Selon la tradition, c'est en 1659.
According to tradition, the relics of Saint Israel and Saint Theobald were worshipped in 1659. These saints were both important canonical figures. Saint Israel was associated with education, whilst Saint Theobald, who was a deacon, was associated to the poor and the ill, whom he truly took care of.
Aux personnes les plus pauvres et aux malades, dont il a vraiment pris soin.
Alors, chaque lieu ostensionnaire a des
Each
traditions.
Ostension town has slightly different traditions. In Le Dorat, there's a strong link between the town and locations around it. Each parish displays its relics in an army-like manner. There is quite a spectacular military aspect in Le Dorat. Next, the relics are worshipped, and a procession takes place in each town, whose houses are always lavishly decorated during the Ostension. The event is religious as well as traditional and cultural. Many people are quite attached to the Ostension, even if they aren't churchgoers, and many are not Catholic. It's just an important part of the Limousin identity.
De traditionnel, de culturel. Beaucoup de gens sont très attachés aux ostensions, et, alors qu'ils ne sont pas du tout pratiquants et même pas du tout éventuellement catholiques. C'est vraiment quelque chose qui fait partie de l'identité du Limousin.
Alors, où s'arrête le culturel? Où commence?
There's a fine line between religion and culture, and each person has their own journey. However, the Ostensions are mainly a religious and spiritual expression. Depending on each and every participant's own personal journey, Ostensions can be about marche and Limousin identity, as well as an expression of faith and spirituality. To me, there is a true balance and respect between the two.
Sa propre démarche. Alors, certains veulent reconnaître dans les ostensions une identité marchoise, limousine. D'autres reconnaissent dans les ostensions une expression de foi spirituelle, une dimension religieuse. Mais ce dont j'ai été témoin, c'est qu'il y a un véritable équilibre, les uns respectant les autres.
J'ai pensé que les ostensions rentrent...
To me, the Ostension could definitely be considered as an intangible heritage, as defined by UNESCO in 2003. That is why we applied to be registered on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list. The Ostension fit in perfectly with the list criteria, namely,
Parce que, en fait,
a tradition that is extremely old, which is the case, since the Ostensions are a medieval tradition.
ils sont une très longue...
Secondly, a tradition that continues today, which is also the case, since towns continue to organize the event.
C'est vraiment le cas, et qui est portée par les communautés.
These
C'est pas quelque
celebrations
chose
are not artificial. Ostensions don't take place if the inhabitants don't want them to. And it's not up to the clergy to decide. The population decides. There are also fraternities and organization committees, but it's really up to each town to decide. Several places in Limousin gave up the tradition many years ago. But the Ostensions are still going strong and attract enormous crowds of tourists and believers. They attract all kinds of people.
Ça reste toujours très vivant et vous avez une population énorme qui sont à la fois des touristes quelquefois, mais qui sont aussi un mouvement de foi, c'est un mouvement religieux et c'est une curiosité pour beaucoup de gens.
Cette année, nous avons été largement bénis par les...
This year we were blessed by the rains of heaven.